I just want to, look at some reviews. So right now we're on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh. Okay, so we have 44 for the. This is for what? The critics, and this is for the audience. Oh, 24%, 44%. Um, what's the rating? They got like a star rating. This came out in 2019. Where to watch on Netflix, Tall Girl Photos. So the movie info, Jodie, let's say Ava Michelle, has been the tallest girl in school, and she's always been uncomfortable with it after slouching her way through life for 16 years and being made fun of by classmates. Jodie meets Stig, Luke Eisner, a seemingly perfect Swedish foreign exchange student who's even taller than she is. Jodie's new crush turns her world upside down, throws her into a surprising love triangle, but with the help of her two best friends, as well as her beauty queen sister Harper, Jodie realized that she's far more than her insecurities, whatever. Okay, so we get the gist of it, right? So there's the cast. Okay. Alright, so here's some, um, we have like 9 critic reviews, 2 top critics, fresh, rotten. Okay. So the first comment says, America's mood has changed and many viewers might not feel much empathy for small-minded grievances of wealthy teens who drive to school in SUVs. And it's like, again, like I said, like everybody today, the way the mood is, like everybody is being more accepting of everybody, all shapes, sizes, colors, all that. Everybody, sexuality, all that. Everybody is being more accepting, and it's like to make a movie about this one particular thing. It's like, what? From a one note Mean Girl stereotype to a complete disinterest. Disinterest in how social media shapes the lives of teens. Sam Wolf's lackluster scripts fall to being anything new or timely. And again, I said the same thing, right? Where it's like the way we are today, no one cares. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares that you're tall. Nobody does. And nobody in school is literally walking past me like, hey tall girl, hey be inside. Like nobody's doing that. Nobody. Even when I was in school, nobody did that. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 90s. Like nobody's doing this at all. And it's so out of touch, basically. Which is why I feel like a lot of people didn't like it, because it's so out of touch with what's truly going on. Like, again, you're trying to make a movie about bullying and all this other stuff, but at the same time, it's like, if you're going to do it, do it, but not something that's like out of touch and false, because, like, excuse me, again, like, who's walking around, how's the weather? Like, who says that? How's the weather? It's hot. How's the weather for you? It's cold, ain't it? We got jackets on, right? Like, who cares? Tall Girl is not a movie with depth, though it is more charming than you expect, and it's such a shame about that ending. Now, again, I didn't finish, and I'm not going to finish. I'm really not going to finish that. Absolutely not. No, I'm not going to finish that, because I got better things to do. I cannot put myself through that. Coming of age comedy, feeling different, mild cursing. Do I think it's a coming of age story? Not necessarily, because she's only 16. So, but then again, 16-year-olds today behave like they are 35. So, I guess it's coming of age. Jodie's problem is easily overcome. She just needs to love herself and let others love her. Social, right? Again, it goes back to who cares. Like, you need to have. Who cares that you're tall? Who cares? Like, just because you're tall. Like, there's so many. When you realize, and that's just with anything. Whether you're tall, whether you're short, You know, whether you're fat, black, gay, whatever insecurity that you have, you know, you have to find what is going to, what you can do to overcome that. Like I said, for me, you know, it was the fact that you took time out of your day to come and talk your shit to me. And then after that, you know, I did my healing. And it was like, who cares? Okay, I was fat today, fat tomorrow. Like, you know, you sitting here talking, telling, like, oh, you're fat. Okay. What's that doing for you? And what's that doing for me? Okay. So, let's see, Tall Girl has nothing new, fresh to bring to the genre. Instead, it feels a little cheap, very hollow, and loaded with scenes that you can see see coming a mile off, even without a height advantage. Excuse me. I read that. My bad. Tall Girl doesn't attempt to conflict tallness with marginalized group, but instead points out the absurdity of how teenage life makes everyone feel less than. And that's another thing to look at. Like I said, I'm not saying that bullying doesn't happen. Again, there's so many avenues of it, but at the same time, you know, to make a whole movie about this one particular thing that's so really small thing, it's really small. Like, there's so much, you know, you can be bullied about, but this is so small. Like, you can easily overcome being tall. Like, if y'all don't kick that person in the chest, you know, like something, you know. I just, you know, on the whole, it's a charming movie about mental. Oh, my other point that I was trying to make, I kind of lost it. Bear with me. But to the fact that, you know, we have, you know, social media, that's another thing, you know, really, and even that, because people always want to, you know, there is a such thing, in a way, my opinion, because I feel like bullying today is more so on social media, because everybody has it, everybody has their opinion on it. We all come on here and, you know, it can be a blessing and it also can be a curse, but I feel like the beauty of social media, you can always cut it off. So we can sit here and have a conversation about cyberbullying, but me personally, I don't believe in it, because again, turn your phone off, or not. You don't even have to turn your phone off. If somebody's talking shit about you on social media, I had to restart the thing because the thing froze. What's the thing? The recording froze. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, it's like cyberbullying is a thing, but at the same time, it's like you have options. You can either, like I said, you can either get off social media, one, or if you're like myself and everybody is so addicting, you know, you can just immediately get absorbed into it, you know, feel like, well, I'm not gonna let anybody just make me run off of social media. So the next best thing, you can block. Okay, block people. I know they tell you if somebody, you know, is harassing you in the comments, you're supposed to report them. But at the same time, it's like when you report someone, it's like, oh, but you gotta give us a reason, okay? And you give them a reason, okay, this is why. And it's like, oh, that's not a good enough reason. A lot that happens. So again, back to block, block the person. You know, it's spam. I don't know. Just block. You know, it's there, okay? And then, you know, and then you can say, well, there's a lot of people out there, and you know, there's a lot of people, and that's a lot of people to be blocking. Yeah, but at the same time, you can also, let's see, you can also, I say, what is it? Close off your comments or whatever. You can do that. Like, there's just so much that you can do to avoid all of that. Or better yet, if you really want to go there, you can, you know, tell that person off. That's another option. Tell that person off. Be like, who the fuck? Like, what? Because, you know, really all they're doing is being, you know, keyboard gangsters. But they wouldn't say that shit in real life. Like, I remember a couple years back, there was this video, and I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, but there's this video that came out where this girl was talking shit, And homegirl showed up to her house and was like, oh, so you want to be body body? And they got into a fight over it. So, homegirl was not ready. First of all, the fact that you saw, the fact that homegirl came up to your house, knocked on your door, and you looked and you saw she was out there, and you opened the door and be like, what? No, you was not ready to fight. Do you think I would open that door? I think not. Or if I did open the door, I would have a frying pan in my hand or something. One thing my aunt told me, she said, look, if you can't fight, you just pick up the heaviest thing out and you get to swinging, like, you know. But do you, like, you saw this girl and you opened the door anyway and got your ass whooped? I mean, she dragged her off the porch and everything. I'm like, ma'am, you saw this coming. Like, come on now. But yeah, so again, like, there's just so many options and all that. But again, you know, I guess you just have to have that mindset, you know, because not everybody has the mindset I do. Because really, like, girl, who cares about your opinion? There's your opinion, there's mine. You don't care about mine, I damn sure don't care about yours. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to care about it. So there are many films that approach similar subject matter in a much more skillful and impactful ways, and they could have probably be easily found by swiping past. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There are many films that approach similar subject matter in a much more skillful and impactful ways, and they can probably be easily found just by swiping past this movie on Netflix. Dang. That was a whole 360 turn right there. Let's see, are there any more comments? Audience reviews? There are no, okay. There are no quotes, movie guides. Okay. Let's go back. On teenage self-esteem, like, we all have our issues, but at the same time, it's like, let's see, IMDb. With IMDb, let's see what reviews they have. Like, it's just, it's dumb. Like, it doesn't, like, what exactly? Again, like that person said, there's so many, you know, there's so many movies that talk on stuff like this, and they do it in such a good way. But this right here, no. Storyline. Okay, did you know the high school named after American civil rights? What? Ruby, she was the first African American child. What? But that has nothing to do with this movie. Tall Girl is a movie about a tall girl. That's the movie. And don't you dare forget it. My favorite part was Jody, who was tall. You know, my favorite part of Tall Girl? My favorite part of Tall Girl is when I took my mouse, okay, and I clicked, like, right here, and I stopped watching. That was the best part. So with that being said, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. I will definitely be doing this from now on for my movie reviews. I just posted Cats movie review. Go check that out. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched, actually listened to A Fall from Grace. And again, you know, you would think, oh, well, you watch A Fall from Grace, you should be able to handle it. There's only so much. Just like my favorite show of all time is Game of Thrones, which we all know is guts, gore, all of that, and a bag of chips. And I love a bag of chips, y'all know that. Okay, but American Horror Story, I can't. I can watch it, but I can't watch it. Like, I be sitting there like like this the whole time. I can't watch. I can watch American Horror Story, but it just be too much. And this previous one they did, 1984, I know they were basing it off the slasher films, but at the same time, it's like every episode somebody's guts were being cut out their stomach, and I was not appreciating it. I'm not trying to see nobody's guts at all. So there's only so much I can handle here, and that I can't handle. Like, at least in Game of Thrones, like, They chop horse heads with dignity. This was not with dignity, okay? So with that being said, that's all I got. And I'm gonna see you next one. Bye!